Hi everyone, this is the violeTFlame Oracle, and tonight I have been guided to record a energy check-in for the Twin Flame Collective. Whenever you see this message, it's the right time for you. I've asked my guides and the Ascended Masters and Archangels that are working with me to provide clarity and guidance regarding the current energies within your twin flame connection. And so when you are guided to see this video, it will be the right time for you, regardless of when I've recorded it. On that same token, please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Some parts may not necessarily be about your connection, since I am reading for the collective, so only take what makes sense to you. With that being said, I've been recently guided to change my vocabulary, not only for myself as a twin flame, but also when I'm reading for the collective. So tonight we will start doing that. Please bear with me if by mistake I lean back into the old terms. This point forward, I will be discussing harmony and disharmony within the twin flame connection. Harmony is what we would have normally coined as union, and disharmony would have been coined as separation. The point being that we are never truly disconnected or quote unquote separated from our beloved. And therefore, this reading will be to provide not only an energy check-in within your connection, to see where your beloved is standing at this moment and how they are feeling and viewing your connection and you, but also to provide guidance in terms of harmony, how to find harmony within your connection in the 3D in this lifetime. With that being said, I will be using a couple of decks, and I also have a few decks for clarification and additional messages. I have pre-shuffled all the decks that I will be using, and I have an additional two decks, one for guardian angel messages. So we will be connecting with your guardian angels to receive a special message from them for you in regards to your twin flame connection and your path to harmony. We will also be using a different deck, the Wheel of the Year Tarot, that will help in terms of future connective energies within your twin flame path and twin flame connection. And we will be able to hopefully get some timing around those possible actions and energies for the future. With that being said, I will be using two different decks. The first deck here on the left is the Moonchild Tarot, and that is by Danielle Noel. So this is the Moonchild Tarot, and the deck on the right is the Starchild Tarot, also by Danielle Noel. I've decided that these are the decks that I'm going to use for the collective. The moon has a lot of energy that is feminine, it's feminine energy. So therefore, I will be using this deck for the female twin flames within this collective. Female twin flames. That is by gender. So if you identify as a female, this is your deck and your energies. And if you identify as a male within your twin flame connection, then this is going to be for your portion of the reading and your current energies. I've already pre-shuffled the decks, like I said. So all I'm going to do now is shuffle them a little bit more, just because I like doing that on camera. Also because now that I'm connecting with the energies of the audience, I will be receiving additional messages intuitively. With that being said, again, I've asked to connect with the assistance of your higher selves. So my readings from now on will be coming from your higher self. Typically, the reading would have only been one-sided. I would have been doing one reading for your beloved because you want to see where your beloved is. Well, the point of connecting with higher selves is to surpass the ego. So when I do the portion of the reading to which you identify either as the female twin flame or the male twin flame by gender, physical gender or emotional gender, psychological gender, how you identify, okay? I will be connecting with your higher self. Therefore, there may be additional messages in here. You will get to gain insight on energies that you are putting into your connection that perhaps you were not aware of. Okay? In your heart, your mind, and your 3D space. Might even receive some additional messages there from your higher self to you while we do this reading. So instead of skipping the portion that has to do with you, stick around for both, because you will also get some insight on what energies you are putting into your connection at this time, because I am connecting with your higher self and your guides. Before I do any of my readings, just to give you guys a heads up, I take about 20 to 30 minutes to clear my energy and to run energy from source, to which I connect myself with source as well as Gaia's energy, and I ground myself. I clear the space, and I like to use this spray from Laloon Healing, and it's a Purify and Protect smudge spray that I like to use because it helps to be nice and quick and thorough to remove all the negative energies across this space and this reading and this parallel, this dimension, and all timelines and universes. So I do this to make sure that my energy at no point in time interferes with this reading. Therefore, you can guarantee that this reading is by connecting to your guides and your higher self and your beloved's higher self and their guides to get clear and concise messages regarding your energies, as well as advice and additional messages. That being said, we're going to go ahead and start. If I think of anything else that I'm leaving out, I will let you know. I've been away for a little bit because I've been dealing with the Ascension flu. And if you are following me on Instagram or Twitter, then I've been posting there advice and guidance that I've been receiving while I've been going through this other round of ascension. If you know anything about ascending, you'll know that it's a perpetual cycle. We're always constantly evolving. Our chakras are constantly upgrading and receiving information. And as an intuitive empath, I'm also a transmuter empath, which means that I transmute energies for the collective. And that leaves me quite exhausted or, feeling sick, sometimes even physically, especially with the changes in the planetary movements and the full moon and solar magnetic energies that have been entering, as well as with the awakening, the mass awakening that's happening on Gaia right now. So I am available by appointment. All the links are in my bio here on YouTube. This was supposed to be a live reading on Facebook, and as I was gathering to record this, to put this live on Facebook, my guides told me that I needed to record this and put this on YouTube. So I'm feeling that there's going to be some wonderful and very important and pertinent messages coming through tonight. So feel free to visit this message and share it and revisit it as often as you need, because like I said, I've asked my guides and the archangels and ascended masters that are working with me to channel for this Twin Flame Collective to bring clarity and to help you on your path to harmony within the 3D in this lifetime, to offer insight that will be applicable to your situation if it resonates, no matter when you're guided to see this. It could be tomorrow, it could be a year from now, it doesn't matter. If you've been guided to see this, it's the right time for you. Again, only take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to start with the portion of the reading that has to do with you, the viewer. Okay? And since typically from what I've gathered with my followers and the feedback that I receive, it is the female twin flames that have reached out to me the most. So I'm going to start with your portion of the reading first. And this will help to also prove whether or not this reading is for you, because you will be able to see your energies in here. If you find that none of the energies that are coming up for the female twin flame apply to you or your situation, now, mind you, be honest with yourself, because this is going to be coming from your higher self's perspective, bypassing your ego. So with that being said, if you feel that this portion resonates with you, then this reading is definitely for you. If you feel you don't, feel free to skip ahead and watch the male twin flame reading, or perhaps don't watch it at all. Don't trigger yourself, because if you don't feel it resonates with you from the get-go, then it may not be for you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards one more time. A light shuffle, because I've already given them a deep shuffle, I should say, into connecting with your higher self to receive the messages here in terms of your current energy towards your twin flame connection, as well as towards your beloved in your heart, mind, and 3D space. We're going to find out from your higher self's perspective the energy that you are putting there, the energy that perhaps your twin flame is also receiving from you when it comes to how you feel about your connection and your beloved within your heart space, how you are currently viewing and thinking of your beloved and your twin flame connection in your mind space, as well as current energies on possible actions towards your beloved and your twin flame connection in your 3D space. So the 3D space will be completely about possible actions towards your beloved and your connection at this time. Okay, just do a little bit here. I will be pulling 3 cards for each. 3 cards. 3 for your heart space, 3 for your mind space, and 3 for possible actions in your 3D space from the female twin flame's perspective, higher self, towards your connection and your beloved. So current energies of the female twin flame within this twin flame collective towards their connection and their beloved. Let's see here. 3 for the heart, 3 for the mind, and 3 for possible actions within the 3D space. Okay, we're going to start. And for the heart space, the first card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this is the portion of the reading for the female twin flame. So if you identify as a female, this part of the portion is for you. This is the female twin flame's current energy in her heart space and how she feels about her beloved and her twin flame connection. Wheel of Fortune, first card. Then we have the Hermit. This is the heart space. And the third card is Strength. Okay. Then we're going to draw the 3 cards for the mind space on how you're currently viewing, thinking of your connection in your mind space. For the female twin flame, that was the moon. Here is the sun in the mind space. Then we have the 7 of Cups in the mind space. Now, when it comes to possible actions towards your beloved and towards your connection in your 3D space, what are the messages here? We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. And lastly, we have the Five of Wands. Let me see if I can move these up a little higher so you can see all the cards while I'm doing the reading. And as I refer back to them, they're still visible. I apologize for any noise in the background. Okay, let's see. All right, and bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups. So this will be the summary for your portion of the reading. I'm going to pull out all the cards, and then we will move on to the rest of the reading together, because I want to see if there's any mirroring going on with you and your twin flame. So now this will be for the current energies of the male twin flame within this twin flame collective. So, like I said, I already pre-shuffled these. I'm just going to shuffle them a couple more times. Again, I'm going to pull 3 cards on what are the current energies of the male twin flame in his heart space towards his beloved and towards his connection, and how he's feeling. Then I will pull 3 cards on the current energies within his mind space, on how he's viewing and thinking of his beloved and his connection, twin flame connection, and 3 more cards on action in the 3D. What are the current energies in his 3D space when it comes to possible actions towards his beloved and his connection? Okay. Current energies of the male twin flame within this twin flame collective, in his heart space, mind space, and possible actions in his 3D space towards his beloved and his twin flame connection. Current energies. Okay, so this is what we have. First card. Oppression. This is the Devil card. And this is the male twin flame's heart space, on how he's currently feeling towards his connection and his beloved. So this is the first card out in the heart space. The second card for the heart space is the Eight of Crystals, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. In the mind space, on how he's currently viewing and thinking of his connection and his twin flame for the male twin flame in this collective. 5 of Cups in the mind space. Next, mind space energy, the Emperor. And the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. That is the 3D space. The Nine of Swords in the 3D space. And these are possible actions towards his beloved and his connection. And then we have 5 of Swords in his 3D space. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Crystals. Okay. I am going to go ahead and set these over here. And we're going to start with the female twin flame, current energies over here on this side. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups. Okay, so As I've been reading for the collective recently, I've been noticing that this Nine of Cups isn't just about wishes fulfilled, but also about independence and confidence and self-love, unconditional love for self, self-growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth, loving oneself, choosing one's happiness. So with this Nine of Cups as the summary, I am going to say that it's safe to say that the female twin flame within this twin flame collective that I am channeling today is choosing self-love at this time. I'm not saying that this twin flame is in disharmony within her connection, but rather that she is choosing to love herself and to focus on her spiritual growth and her emotional balance and emotional growth. And that is going to be the overview of her portion of the reading. Also, this fulfillment, this self-fulfillment, this finding emotional balance and self-love and independence is also her wish. That is her wish, to be able to love herself truly and wholly. After all, we cannot pour from an empty cup. So that is very important, and I have to say congratulations on finding this true love and unconditional love for yourself. That is wonderful. Now, within the heart space, the first three cards that came out for the feminine twin flame, the first one is the Wheel of Fortune, which is also, this is her heart space. It is also in his heart space. Okay, so that's one dupe. Then we have the Hermit. Okay, another 9 card. Another independence. With that being said, the Wheel of Fortune is a 10 card. So this is definitely an ending of a cycle here. And then we have the Strength card. Okay, which coincidentally we have an 8, a 9, and a 10. Even though it came out 10, 9, 8, regardless, that synchronicity to me is proof of growth here. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is about positive movement forward. Okay, so in this particular reading, since we're discussing how she feels towards her beloved and her connection, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that at this current time, the divine is working behind the scenes to move this connection forward towards harmony or an upgrade in harmony if you are together in the physical. And this is also about karmic debt being released, because you have paid your karmic debt, you have learned the karmic lessons within this connection. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with this Nine of Cups. You've transmuted these energies, you've healed from these energies, and you've learned what you needed to learn from these energies within your soul contract with your beloved. And therefore, the divine is ushering this connection forward behind the scenes. Even if you are not seeing the signs, or if you are not feeling the energy, there is movement forward in this connection. And she is feeling it in her heart space, which is why the Wheel of Fortune is there. Now, we have the Hermit and we have the Strength card in her heart space. So what I'm gathering is that she is definitely choosing herself. Okay, she is definitely choosing herself again. And she is working on herself. She's going within to continue to grow spiritually. In fact, if you look a little closer, that to me looks like a female figure going out there into the distance, into the unknown. taking those first steps into the unknown just to go through this spiritual growth, this enlightenment. And with the Strength card in her heart space, I'm finding that she is strong. She has found the inner strength to go at it alone. So while she is going at it alone, and she has found this inner strength to love herself completely and to forgive her partner, forgive herself, and let go of past karmic lessons, having learned them, having internalized them, she has found the strength to choose herself for the sake of her connection as well. Because as we know, we must love ourselves unconditionally first in order to be able to love our beloved unconditionally. So in her heart space, she has chosen herself. Whether or not you, or she rather, is in harmony at this time in 3D with her beloved, I am seeing that as Source is working behind the scenes to move this relationship forward, this connection forward to the next step. She is continuing to learn and research and upgrade her spirit, upgrade her spiritual growth, work on her ascension, learn more about her purpose here. And she is finding strength in everything that she is learning while she's going within. In her mind space, when it comes to how she's currently viewing and thinking of her beloved as well as her connection, we have the moon, we have the sun, and we have the Seven of Cups. The moon typically is about receptive energies. It's also about things that need to be illuminated, so energies that are being hidden. Okay. As well as anxiety or fear. Then we have the sun, which is about happiness, happy endings, happy outcomes. This can also do with birth or rebirth. Okay. And the Seven of Cups is about options, reflection, confusion. Also, it could be about trying to manifest too many things at the same time and needed to shift your focus onto one thing right now as opposed to two. So what I'm gathering in her mind space when it comes to how this female twin flame is feeling towards her beloved and her twin flame connection at this time in her mind, I am seeing that where there is fear of the unknown, okay, she is definitely finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. She's realizing that she does not need to fear either being on her own or fear choosing her personal growth as opposed to focusing on her beloved's personal growth. There will be a happy outcome here. She will be able to release these fears. The sun is shining and illuminating all that is hidden. Truth will come out if it's that you're seeking truth in terms of your connection and your beloved. Everything will come to light and there will be a happy outcome regardless of what the information is or whatever it is that was keeping you in this negative energy or feeling that things were hidden or perhaps keeping you up late at night. You will get through this. She will get through this because she has the inner strength to get through this. And there will be options available to her. Now, when it comes to how she's viewing her beloved and her connection, there could be some confusion, which is why at the time she is in the moon's energy in her mind. But Spirit is here to tell you that everything will pan out as it should, that there will be a happy outcome, that you will be able to receive clarity and enlightenment when it comes to this confusion or this reflection of going within and trying to figure out what's been going on with your connection in your mind. Everything is going to come out as it should and for the highest good of all. So that's Spirit's special message there. And because this female twin flame is doing the work right now on herself, going within with this Hermit energy, finding this inner strength, loving herself wholly and completely, I feel that this sun also has to do with the illumination that she has received while going within in this Hermit energy. She knows that she is putting behind her all this moon energy, this anxiety, this fear, confusion. It is past, it is behind her. I feel that that is the most pertinent message to take away from here within this energy, because with the sun between both, it's telling me that there's a happy outcome with both, a happy outcome when it comes to this confusion and the possibilities within your connection, and a happy outcome when it comes to all the fear and anxiety, releasing, purging, letting go of all that that no longer serves you, and transmuting it for your highest good. In the 3D, when it comes to possible actions of this female twin flame towards her connection and her beloved, the first card is the Queen of Cups. The next card is the Four of Wands. And then lastly, we have the Five of Wands. The Queen of Cups is a nurturing and emotionally balanced feminine energy. Okay? So in terms of feminine energy, this is not necessarily specifically about gender, but rather the being the energy that is receptive. So she is receptive to the emotions of her beloved. She could also, this could also be an energy of taking care of others, which is where the nurturing comes in. This is also the shadow side would be putting others before you, their feelings and their emotions before you. So perhaps this is something that she has now worked on, and that's why she is now choosing herself. And she's choosing her emotional balance and her wishes and what she wants and her happiness and love for herself. And therefore she has found this emotional balance in the 3D. I'm figuring that she's also doing work on herself physically, whether it's towards her purpose, her career, whether it's, especially now with the holidays in the United States, which is where I am at, a lot of gatherings with friends and family, giving thanks and, being in that higher vibrational energy. So when it comes to possible actions in her 3D towards her beloved and her connection, I'm seeing that she is in a much more emotionally balanced place right now. She is definitely somewhere where she is standing in her power, and she is understanding that she needs to let go of what needs to let go. She needs to allow things to evolve naturally and to focus on loving herself as well and not just her partner. Then we have the Four of Wands. You see the 11 and the 11. To me, this is the union, physical, I would say, like a marriage card, a commitment card for twin flames. So this to me in the 3D is telling me that she wants this foundation, this committed relationship, this spiritual marriage, this spiritual commitment with her beloved. And she's coming from a emotionally balanced place. So she's thought this through and she knows that's what she truly wants. However, at this time with the Five of Wands, in the 3D space, and with 3 women in this card, I am gathering that there are outside sources, outside influences involved in this uh, female twin flames 3D energy. So either I'm getting a couple of messages here. Either someone that she has confided in about her twin flame connection is steering her in the wrong direction, or trying to, in the 3D, when it comes to who she's confiding in, which, if this resonates with you, I would stop doing that. Trust your inner guidance, connect with your twin flame on, in the 5D, go within, meditate, find the answers that way. Because many, especially with the current ascension that's happening on Earth, many people are purging, many people are awakening, many people are still working on their spiritual growth, and they don't understand what a twin flame connection is about. And therefore, they could be interjecting and creating negative energy within your connection that is unnecessary. The Five of Wands is also about inner struggle, and it's about conflict. It's also a power struggle. So she could possibly be feeling the pull and push with her beloved when it comes to moving things to the next level, an upgrade in the relationship, an emotional upgrade in the relationship that she's desiring in the 3D. Perhaps her beloved is not at the same growth and spiritually as she is, and he is doing the work, and therefore she's finding this inner struggle on, should I stay, should I go, how do I help him without not forgetting to put myself first. And also, I'm understanding that this struggle also has to do, for those of you who are in a vibrational match with your beloved, who are currently in harmony with your beloved in the physical. I'm seeing that because you are dealing with a king and you're sitting here as a queen, there's also a sort of struggle there in terms of who is going to lead. How are we going to do things? What should we do next? Communication. I'm hearing communication. I'm hearing that this struggle has a lot to do with communication. So if you are finding yourself in a struggle at this time with your beloved when it comes to taking the next step and building this foundation in the 3D together, this emotional commitment, this spiritual commitment, this marriage, perhaps that resonates with you, that's what you want, then what I'm seeing is that this conflict and this struggle is because of communication. So the advice here is to come from a heart-centered place when you communicate, and to be balanced within your emotions as you communicate that you want this Four of Wands with your beloved. This is not the Queen of Swords. This is not the Queen of Wands. It is the Queen of Cups. So since I've connected with your higher self for this reading, your higher self is telling you that your best course of action, if you truly want this upgrade in your connection, in terms of the harmony within your connection in the 3D, is to come from a heart-centered place. Okay? A forgiving and nurturing place where there is emotional balance, where you love yourself as much as you love others, where you put yourself first. Okay? And where you're able to have a balance within your relationship, not only because you're emotionally balanced, and you see how there's 2 cups here, that union, that emotional balanced union. Get out of this Five of Wands, get out of this power struggle, stop sharing your story with others, opening that door for negative energy on your path to harmony. And when it comes to communicating with your beloved, whether it's in the physical, in the higher realms, within your dreams, written, telepathic, you are being guided to do it from a heart-centered place as the Queen of Cups. So it's wonderful that you have loved yourself, you've gone within, you're taking this time for your spiritual growth, for your ascension. In the 3D, you need to make sure that as you're communicating with your beloved in terms of wanting this upgrade on your relationship, in the harmony within your connection, you must avoid this struggle by choosing words from a heart-centered place and being emotionally balanced as you deliver this message. Emotionally balanced as you deliver this message. Because in the 3D, we are not speaking to our beloved's higher self. We are having to go and speak through his ego. Okay, and if he is not as enlightened as you are, then he is going to go with what his ego tells him first. So coming from an emotionally balanced place and explaining clearly what it is that you want in terms of this upgrade and this commitment, this spiritual commitment, this loving commitment, this foundation for your relationship, this upgrade in your relationship, you must do it from an emotionally balanced place. Now, we're going to go into the portion of the reading for the male twin flame. So, bottom of the deck for the male twin flame, current energies towards his connection is the Two of Crystals. The Two of Crystals is about spiritual and physical balance. It can also be about manifesting or handling too many things at one time, physically actually juggling. It is also about having to make a decision between two things, being pulled in two different directions. When it comes to the Twin Flame Collective, and when I'm reading for the Twin Flame Collective, I'm guided to always channel the meaning of the Two of Crystals to be about the struggle between the 3D and the Twin Flame connection. So being pulled towards what this male Twin Flame wants to manifest in the 3D versus what his higher self is trying to guide him towards. In particular, this harmony within the Twin Flame connection for the completion of your Twin Flame mission on Earth. So we have the Two of Crystals as the bottom of the deck. When it comes to this male Twin Flame's energy in his heart space on how he feels and views his beloved and his connection at this time, the first card that came out is the Devil, which in this deck, the Star Child Tarot deck, is oppression. Okay, so in his heart space, we have the Devil, we have the Eight of Crystals, which is the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a dupe card because it came out in her heart space as well as the first card out, and it's the last card out for him in his heart space. Let me see if there's any other dupes now that I'm looking at the decks here. We have a lot of fives. I'm seeing a lot of fives here. And there's a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups. He's identifying himself as the Emperor. And I'm not seeing many swords. There's only one swords card that will come up for him in his 3D space. So when it comes to how he's currently feeling towards his connection and his beloved, with the Devil's card here as well as the Wheel of Fortune, I am seeing that this is a karmic debt. So he is at this time stuck in the 3D, purging and releasing, okay, letting go of all that's holding him back. When it comes to the soul lessons that he's had to learn within this connection, within this twin flame contract that you have, what you came here to release, to purge, to learn together. And since it's the Wheel of Fortune, again, this is the divine coming in and moving things along forward, moving them forward. Okay, so where he's been stuck, okay, this could be a karmic bond he may have with someone else. This could be being stuck in the 3D, because we do have the Two of Crystals again, which to me is about needing to make a decision between the 3D energies and his twin flame connection. I'm seeing that there is a stagnant energy here where he's bound and stuck to the 3D. Okay, this again could also be a karmic relationship that he is in, if it's that your beloved is in a karmic relationship right now. And that is not necessarily just a karmic partner. A soulmate relationship can also be a karmic relationship, depending on what they came here to clear. So if he is in a relationship with a soulmate, then he could be clearing karma from a past life, and that's why they came together in this life. Okay? And again, the divine is moving things forward. Moving things forward, shifting things forward behind the scene to get this relationship going. And since this is in the heart space, I'm feeling that the divine being in the heart space here with the Wheel of Fortune for the female twin flame and now the male twin flame, I'm seeing that in the heart space. So when we come to feelings about this connection and feelings, the love, the unconditional love, the soul lessons that have to do with the heart chakra, healing and transmuting past heartache or past negative energies that created a karmic debt. That's all being pushed forward. There's positive movement forward here, and the divine is doing it behind the scenes, regardless of whether or not this male twin flame is understanding that the release of all that he is oppressing is coming to the surface to be purged and to move forward. And I am seeing with this Eight of Crystals, the Eight of Pentacles between them, that there is a lot. I'm not laughing at anyone, sorry. When my guides say something to me as I'm reading, sometimes I will let a little giggle out. That's just because they're confirming that what I'm saying is right. That makes me happy, so I kind of giggle, but I'm not laughing at this reading. So when it comes to this Eight of Crystals, following this devil's energy, what I'm seeing is that in this heart space, this karmic lesson that has to do with the heart chakra, okay, perhaps, having accumulated karma by being deceptive, by not acting with integrity when it came to relationships in the past, with you, with others in previous lives, that he is here in this lifetime to work through. He is working very hard at working through them, which is why the divine is assisting in this positive movement forward, turning this wheel towards the next step. There being a completion here, these learned lessons, repayment of this karmic debt. And I'm also gathering he may be going through a dark night of soul at this time, and it is heavy. There is a lot of purging that is going on right now during this dark night of the soul. If that's not it, then there's a lot of purging that's going here in terms of this karmic debt. He is working double time to release these energies. So we may have a masculine here who has awakened, who is working on his ascension, on his spiritual growth, because he is taking the time to go within and work on releasing what is physically binding him, what he has oppressed that's keeping him in a spiritual place of lack, and what could possibly be physically, emotionally, and spiritually withholding him from moving into an upgrade within the harmony with his beloved and his twin flame connection. And therefore, because of all this hard work, the divine is coming in to reward this connection, to reward this male twin flame with a positive movement forward, because he's doing all the work that is necessary at this time. So we have this Wheel of Fortune energy, this positive movement forward energy on both the female twin flames current energies in her heart, as well as the male twin flames current energy in his heart. So I'm seeing that the divine is helping these healings of this heart chakra occur. I'm seeing that not only is the divine coming in and stepping in to help, but also that the both twin flames are doing the work. They're both doing the work to come to this spiritual growth. She's in the hermit mode. She's learning. She's researching her path. She's working on her soul path. She has reached illumination. She has found the inner strength, right, to love herself. And he is releasing. He is purging and releasing these karmic debts, this karmic lesson. He's also righting any wrongs. Okay, spiritually on a different level, on the astral level. Within a different dimension, perhaps, not necessarily in the physical. So this isn't just, expecting your beloved to come back and apologize to you. If you are identifying yourself as the female twin flame, and then this is the male twin flame, this is not about him coming back to you and apologizing for anything that may happen, but rather transmuting those negative energies so they don't occur again. And because of that, Spirit is seeing that the hard work is being put in. And therefore, he is assisting this connection right now. He is assisting this connection with a positive movement forward, for having repaid this karmic debt and for learning the soul lessons that needed to be learned. And therefore, this cycle is coming to a close. This karmic cycle, that this connection that I'm channeling today within the Twin Flame Collective, the karmic cycle within this connection is coming to a close, if it hasn't already. And therefore, the positive movement forward, the upgrade within harmony for this connection that I've channeled here today, will be coming soon. Regardless of whether you feel it or see it, it's going to be there. When it comes to the mind space on how this male twin flame is viewing his connection and his beloved, the first card is the Five of Cups. The second card is the Emperor. So he is identifying himself as the Emperor, which to me tells me that he is recognizing his role within this connection. So this isn't your typical king, but it's the Emperor. So that is a special message to me, that this male twin flame is recognizing his role within this connection. He may or may not know that it is specifically a twin flame connection, but he is definitely accepting his role within this divine soul connection that he has with his beloved in this lifetime. And therefore, he is in the Emperor's energy, in his mind, identifying this way, thinking this way, planning his next moves as the Emperor, because the Emperor is also about strategy and planning the next move. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Now that I'm here, this is a special message. If you are normally this would be the Queen of Crystals. So Queen of Pentacles is an earth energy. So if you are an earth energy, then this may be a special message for you. Otherwise, the Queen of Pentacles is basically the perfect mother and wife. She can keep a beautiful home, a happy family, loving and a happy relationship with her husband. She knows how to not only keep a wonderful home, but she can also be an entrepreneur. So she's got a head for business because she is the Queen of Pentacles. And when it comes to motherhood, also she's someone that you see fit as to be a mother, a wonderful mother. This is, a co-head of household. This isn't an independent energy. This is more of a loving energy, someone you want as your partner in the physical. So in his mind space, when it comes to how he's viewing and viewing and thinking of his connection and his twin flame, I'm seeing that as he's identified himself as the emperor, okay, he's recognizing this connection as a divine one. He is currently unhappy and or disappointed and possibly even regretful on how things are going at this moment, the current energies at this moment. This can also be about the recent past. So if you've had any disharmony in your relationship, it is on his mind. He is reviewing and reflecting what went wrong. And he is at this time, unfortunately, focusing on what did go wrong, which could be a good thing if he's using this energy to learn the lessons. And seeing as, again, we have the devil, the Eight of Crystals, which is working very hard on this purging, on this release of what he's been oppressing or hiding, or the releasing what hasn't been working for him, and this positive movement forward with these karmic lessons learned, this karmic debt repaid. I'm seeing that as the emperor, okay, he is shifting his focus. So in thinking about what went wrong with his Queen of Pentacles, okay, with this person, this energy that he wants as his partner in his life for an enduring and committed relationship, to build a home and a life with, and possibly even run a business with, this well-rounded individual, he is learning the lessons on what went wrong to make sure they don't happen again. And so the divine is rewarding this masculine with this movement forward, with this extra little push forward for having learned these lessons. Okay? All the more reason that he is identifying himself as the emperor, because he is strategizing. He is doing the work on how to get over this hump, how to get over what happened in the past, how to learn from it so it doesn't happen again, and shifting his focus from that one cup that is down to the four that await him on this journey. You see this journey there? And with the moon here, it's receptive. So I'm gathering that this is a lot of intuition and inner guidance that he's receiving at this time on shifting this focus, because he has opened up to receiving this energy and receiving this guidance and going within as this emperor, recognizing this divine union, recognizing his role, and understanding that he needs to be the leader in this relationship, that he needs to be the leader in this connection, that he needs to do the work, okay, to be on the same level as his feminine, who is this well-rounded individual, not only spiritually, also emotionally, also within the physical. She's got her pentacles in order. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. She's well-rounded. She likes the finer things in life, but she can also, being the Queen of Pentacles, work a budget like nobody's business. This is also someone who would make a loyal and faithful partner for the long term, and who is a wonderful mother and wife. So he is seeing his beloved as this Queen of Pentacles. And if you see here with this tiger, it is understood that she knows, okay? He gets it. That she knows that she doesn't need him to be happy and to have whatever she's manifesting come to life. He knows that she doesn't need him, that she chooses to be with him. And I feel that's why he is seeing her as this perfect partner, because I feel that he is noticing that she has gone within and done the work. Okay? So I feel that on some level there is definite communication within this couple that I have channeled today. Even if they are in disharmony at this time, there is telepathic communication, astral traveling, You know, in this day and age, subtweets on Twitter, subs on Facebook and Instagram, he's getting the message. He's getting the message, and seeing you, seeing his beloved, the female twin flame, in her power is helping him shift his focus, is helping him realize that it's not about the one cup, but it's about the four on this path to heaven on earth. And therefore, he is strategizing as this emperor his next step on how to come towards her. And this is in his mind space. So let's see what the 3D space looks like. Let's see what the possible actions towards his beloved and this connection look like. Okay. Now, just a quick reminder. Again, bottom of the deck, 2 of crystals. Again, this is, to me, when I read for the Twin Flame Collective, this is about, this is an energy on being stuck between 2 worlds, 2 paths, the 3D and his twin flame connection, or her twin flame connection. In this specific one, it's about the male's energy, so it's about his energy. He's being stuck between 2 places, needing to make a choice, juggling too much, trying to manifest too much. The first card that came out is the 6 of Wands in the 3D space in terms of possible actions towards his beloved and his connection at this time. Then we have the 9 of Swords. Okay. And we have the 5 of Swords. So before we go into this portion of the reading, let me just point out a few things. We have the 5 of Swords in his 3D, and we have this 5 of Wands in her 3D. Both the last cards that came out. So there is a conflict, a power struggle going on with this connection. I have already been guided to understand that it has to do with communication. This feminine needs to work on communicating from a heart-centered place and with an emotional balance to it. So not the Queen of Swords, not the Queen of Wands, not even the Queen of Pentacles, as the Queen of Cups, emotionally balanced from a heart-centered place. Okay? This communication needs to be done in that manner, in that heart-centered place, so that this conflict, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, inner struggle, constant fighting perhaps, has to do with miscommunication. So there's a lot of communication work that still needs to be done. And this is 3D communication. So this is actual conversations that may have happened in the recent past or that have occurred recently, okay, that have brought a sense of conflict or a sense of disharmony within your connection, okay, where she's feeling it as the 5 of Wands, as an inner struggle. He's seeing it as the 5 of Swords, which is, again, I don't mean to laugh. That's just as I get confirmation, clairvoyantly, I get the confirmation, and sorry, again. So where it's an inner struggle for her, okay, it is a lose-lose situation for him. So I'm gathering that she communicated something to him, okay, that has put him in this place of conflict where he feels that he's going to lose his feminine regardless of what decision he makes, or perhaps he is feeling that he needs to do what he needs to do regardless of whether or not he loses this connection at this time. And loses, obviously, from an ego standpoint, 3D portion of the reading, ego standpoint of the reading. So this isn't so much as being in this, disconnected from the twin flame connection with his beloved, but rather a disharmony. Because as we know, union starts from within, and we're never truly disconnected from this connection. So that's one thing that came up there. And then we have the 9 of Swords, which is about anxiety, being stuck in your mind, obsessively reflecting, which could also touch point on this devil energy in his heart space, obsessively reflecting, okay, oppressing. So reflecting, that has also been with the Nine of Swords, keeping him up at night, okay, or having nightmares, or reflecting on the negative things that went wrong with this Five of Cups in his mind space before that, in his dream state, okay, which we already know is being purged because he's working on that, and there's a Wheel of Fortune in his heart space, so there's positive movement there. There's a clearing of that karmic debt, a clearing of those negative emotions, which means that this Nine of Swords energy is temporary. If he is undergoing a night of the soul, dark night of the soul, it is coming to an end with this Nine of Swords. We're reaching an end of the cycle here. So this dark night of the soul, or this oppression, whatever's been holding him back, whatever has been keeping him up at night, whatever he fears, whatever anxiety he's been having over this, his twin flame connection and his path to harmony within his connection, it is coming to an end here. Okay. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is about a few things. This is about confidence. This is about recognition, being recognized, okay, for being successful. This is also about having victory and being successful. So in the 3D, where he may have this Nine of Swords energy, where he's being physically kept up at night, she has this moon energy in her mind space, which is also telling me that there's been something that's been keeping her up at night that she's been anxious about. And it could possibly be because he has stepped back from the connection for a bit to work on himself, and so has she, and therefore she is feeling that there's something more to it, that there's something going behind the scenes that she may or may not think has to do with someone else, or perhaps even with herself, which at that point she needs to continue to work on loving herself and realize that it's not personal but rather vibrational. Alignment and disalignment within harmony in your connection is not personal. It is all about vibrational matches. So where she's now releasing this energy here in her heart space, she is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. He is coming to an end with this anxiety and this fear, and he's going to do it successfully. And I feel it's because he's gained the confidence that he was lacking before when it comes to this connection. Am I good enough for her? Can I even be her equal? Can I offer her what she deserves? Can I even offer her a match to what she gives me? Which, since he's identifying as the Emperor, he is recognizing himself as the Emperor. He's recognizing this relationship. He is also recognizing her, okay, and the positive energy that she has sent his way, because he is now feeling successful. He's feeling like things are actually moving forward. He is feeling this in the 3D, which tells me that perhaps some of you have been in communication, okay, and maybe you're waiting on this male twin flame to decide on what step to take next, or to respond to your emotionally balanced communication, on telling this male twin flame that you want this Four of Wands with him in the 3D. So that energy is bringing him forward. He is feeling victory. He too is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. He too is understanding that he is a vibrational match to his beloved, and that he is doing that work to be able to provide for her. He is recognizing that, and he is also now having the confidence to move forward. However, this argument, or rather the communication that he first received in the 3D, whether it was in the recent past or recent, that has made him feel as if there is conflict within your connection, that there's disharmony within your connection, it is evident in the 3D. It is something that he is still feeling on a day-to-day, which is why he is up late at night and stuck on what to do next. However, I feel that, again, he's come to a conclusion on what to do. So when it comes to this argument that he's been stuck in his head about, that he doesn't know what's the next step to take, I feel that he has gained the confidence. Again, he is this emperor, this confident individual, this leader. He has gained the confidence to do what needs to be done to bring harmony into your connection. So that's where we are when it comes to the 3D energies. What I'm seeing in terms of possible actions here for these twins, I'm seeing that the female twin flame is still focusing on herself. And with this Hermit's energy in her heart space, I'm seeing that she could this connection, this collective couple could actually at this moment be within disharmony in the 3D, and therefore all the more reason that she's working on self-love. Okay, so I don't see movement, but I see a desire. So regardless of whether or not you are in disharmony at this time, or you are you're watching this video for the female's energies within your connection, in the 3D, she is still valuing and wanting this spiritual connection, this spiritual commitment, this marriage, this firm foundation. And in her mind space, the sun is shining. There's a happy outcome here. She's seeing the light. She could possibly also be seeing the error in her ways. She is learning to love herself completely and wholly. Therefore, she is coming from a heart-centered place, an emotionally centered place, right? And she has found the inner strength to love herself, to be confident, to release all that no longer serves her. That too, in this case, on her side, because the Wheel of Fortune is here, and this talks about karmic lessons and karmic debt. Perhaps this female is in a karmic relationship. Again, a karmic relationship is one where the soul contract talks about coming together to transmute, release, and purge karmic debts, and to learn these karmic lessons so that there could be a positive movement forward, that turn of the wheel, closing the cycle, repaying this karmic debt, learning this karmic lesson, moving forward with strength and dignity. And this is also about spiritual strength. So this is someone who is enlightened and who has done the inner work with this Hermit card here, done the inner work towards the spiritual growth and spiritual strength, and therefore there is positive movement forward. Okay, and then when it comes to the male twin flame, I do not see movement here either. So if this collective couple that I've channeled here today is in harmony, what I'm seeing is that there's not a falling out here coming. I don't see the Tower. I don't see the Ten of Swords. I don't see a transformation or a death card. So I don't see necessarily a disharmony, but I also don't see an upgrade in commitment or an upgrade in harmony. Okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest. And especially if you want this upgrade in your connection, make sure that you are coming from a heart-centered place, that you're emotionally balanced when you communicate in the 3D and in the higher realms what it is that you want as this female energy, as well as this male energy, wanting to this victory, wanting to be recognized as an emperor, wanting your female counterpart to recognize you as this leader, this confident person, this king of kings within this divine connection, and wanting that in the 3D. Okay, so not only does this male twin flame, or not only are they receiving your energy on an astral level, in another dimension, but I'm seeing that they also want to receive it in the 3D. Okay, so if you are currently in harmony within the 3D and you are in communication, then communicate your feelings. Open up to him and let him know how you feel from an emotionally balanced place about this union, this Two of Cups, because he wants that recognition, and that recognition will power him through and give him the confidence, or continue to grow the confidence that he now has, to move past this conflict and to get out of his head and release and finish purging all that has been holding him back with this Devil card, so that the divine can continue to turn this wheel and move this relationship forward. I'm also getting that message. Okay, so if this collective couple is not in harmony in the 3D, then I am seeing that there is no movement towards one another at this time, because both are working on themselves. Okay, the female twin flame is working on self-love and on her journey and her spiritual growth, right? Because she has the Hermit up here too. And then the male twin flame is working on making this decision on intertwining his 3D energies and his twin flame energies, his spiritual energies, spiritual path with his 3D path. He is working on finding balance there, which I see that with the purging, this dark night of the soul, or the purging and the release of all that he's been holding within, that's been holding him back, coming into his own as the Emperor, shifting his focus from what went wrong in his life as well as towards his connection. Okay, looking to be this well-rounded person, this mature, experienced, receptive individual. So not just highly focused on the pentacles, because the Queen of Crystals, the Queen of Pentacles is not the King of Pentacles, in terms of that she is not uber focused on her pentacles. She has them in order, yes, but she is not uber focused on the 3D or in her pentacles. And again, this is also how he's viewing his beloved as his long-term partner. And then that confidence that he's gaining in the 3D, that recognition of this divine connection, recognizing himself as the Emperor, identifying himself as the Emperor, and successfully releasing all that is keeping him up at night, that's in his head, that has to do with this disharmony, an argument in the past or in the recent past or current, that is on his head and weighing him down. He's coming to the end of that cycle with the 9 of Swords, that 9, coming out of it. Also the 9, again, 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups, the number 9 for the Hermit. So we're talking about individual work, individual effort, regardless of whether this collective couple is in harmony or not. He is doing the work on his own, and he is making it happen, and he's going to be successful. And again, we have the divine here on both sides with this Wheel of Fortune. So we have a cycle that has come to close. I can say that the worst is behind you. Whatever karmic situation, be it a lesson, a partner, a karmic debt, is being released, has been released, and the divine is here to move this relationship forward to the next step. That could be harmony, that could be an upgrade in your harmony, an upgrade in your commitment. You may feel this, you may not feel this, but you will see the change, the positive movement forward. You will see it come into your 3D when the timing is right. So that's where we are in terms of the energy check-in for the female and male twin flames within this collective. And now I am going to take a few cards from the Wheel of the Year Tarot to see what the future connective energies are for this collective here, this twin flame collective. And I'm using this deck because it has the seasons intertwined. So this can definitely be, I've asked for guidance in terms of timing. So we're going to get some future connective energies, possible actions, and timing around these energies in the future for this collective couple. Again, only take what resonates and leave the rest. I have pre-shuffled these cards. I'm going to shuffle them just one more time, a couple more times actually, just to get the energy back in. So, future connective energies for this twin flame collective, as well as possible actions and clarity towards the timing of these future energies for this twin flame collective. I will shuffle and I will take the top 5 cards as the message. I'm going to take 5 cards just to make sure that it is as clear of a message as possible, and also to see what is the additional guidance and advice from Spirit for you here in terms of your future connective energies, future possible actions towards your beloved and your connection, and also about any timing, any information we can gain on timing on what to expect these energies to come into fruition. Of course, energies are always changing, so this is all about possibility. However, if you are to gain any insight from this, regardless of whether the energies change, the takeaway here is what's really the most important, the lesson, the guidance. So let's see where we are when it comes to the future connective energies within this twin flame collective towards their beloved and their connection, and timing of these possible energies in the future. What are the messages here? Okay. So first card we have is the Six of Pentacles. Future connective energies for this twin flame collective couple. Six of Pentacles is the first card. Let's see if I can move this back a little bit now that we're done with these cards. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. The second card is the Five of Swords. The Magician. The Star. And last but not least, Temperance. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. I'm going to put the bottom of the deck on the side here, just in case I need to clarify these further. Okay, so when it comes to the connective energies within this twin flame connection for the future, as well as possible actions, what is the guidance here from Spirit? Well, there will be reciprocity and balance and some and harmony in the 3D. I'm seeing this as balance and harmony within the 3D, an equal give and take. Okay. This could be an equal give and take emotionally. And being a pentacle energy, I'm guided to say that it could also be a physical energy. So I'm guided to say that for some of you that are in harmony in the 3D and been going through some financial struggles, okay, which this Five of Swords could be that conflict. It's a financial conflict. Maybe you live together, or your pentacles, your cash flow, your money, current money situation, and even future money situation is keeping you from perhaps moving in together, taking this next step, paying for a wedding, something financial. I am seeing that there will be money coming in that will help you achieve this goal. I'm also seeing that if it's a balance in terms of pentacles between the female and the male twin flame, there will be reciprocity. So perhaps if you are living together or planning a future together, and the female twin flame has been supporting this next step financially, I'm seeing that the male twin flame is stepping up in the near future. He is stepping up. And because I see these fall leaves, okay, do you see those fall leaves? Remember, I'm using this deck for timing, right? Because I'm seeing these fall leaves, I'm seeing that this is a very near, if not even current, so near future that it's current, like next week, this week, tomorrow, tonight, that this money will be coming in, this opportunity for this masculine, right, for this male energy here, on reaching financial reciprocity with his beloved, within his connection, being able to offer her what he feels she deserves in the 3D. It could be a home, it could be being able to help pay for your wedding, or for your spiritual ceremony, or a big plan to travel, whatever it is. With these fall leaves, I'm seeing that this reciprocity and this influx of money and it's coming in very soon. Very soon. The next card we have is the Magician. So definitely all the hard work on manifesting this abundance and this equal give and take, whether it's emotional, financial in the 3D, or within the heart space, right? With feelings and emotions, it is coming into view. It is happening. It is being manifested. If this is the female twin flame, all the hard work that she's done to support her beloved in finding his path to financial balance, her work is coming into fruition also. I see that with the Magician energy here. Then we have the Star. The Star is about divine guidance. It's about healing. It's about a wish is coming true. So this wish for reciprocity, I'm also going to say that this is about communication, seeing as in the reading for the energies, we found that there's definitely a communication problem here. I'm seeing that there will be an emotional balance in terms of communication, where both twins will be open to communicating from a heart-centered place, from a balanced place in the 3D, that this is something they both wanted, okay? They both wished and have been manifesting and putting this out into the universe, that they want this reciprocity within their union, within their connection. And I'm seeing that with the Star here, that they will have this wish come true. Okay? And we have Temperance, which is about harmony within a divine connection. The Temperance angel is about bringing harmony into a union. And this Temperance card is specifically about a divine connection. So it's bringing harmony into a divine connection. Bringing again that balance into a divine connection, balance, reciprocity. And considering that it came out with the Five of Swords, I'm seeing that this conflict that's been going on will be healed in the future, in the near future. It will be healed. This wish to heal this conflict, to temper these energies, these conflictive energies, will come to the surface, will happen, will be created, will be manifested, and will come to life. So the reciprocity, emotional, physical, financial, that this couple has been struggling with, communication too, right? That reciprocity within communication, and both of them being open to communicating their feelings from an emotionally balanced place. Remember, that was the guidance for the female twin flame. I'm seeing that it will be healed. It will come true. This reciprocity is coming into view. It is being manifested. The universe is here to bring it in, and has called upon this temperance angel to come in and temper the situation, bring harmony into this divine connection, and make this wish come true of healing and harmony within your connection. And I am seeing that with the bottom of the deck, with this Three of Cups, there will be a reason to celebrate. In the near future, this collective couple will have found the harmony within their relationship and their connection and the reciprocity, okay? Mutual understanding, mutual recognition of this relationship, communication, emotional balance, financial reciprocity as well. This wish will come true, and all that they've been manifesting and putting out into the universe will be reason to come together and celebrate. Now, the Three of Cups is also a marriage card. It is celebrating a union, celebrating wedding. So this Four of Wands that the female twin flame energy had in her 3D could possibly be coming into light with this Three of Cup energy in the near future. So continue to work on yourself. Continue to manifest for the highest for the highest good of all, for yourself, your beloved, and your union. Continue to send one another the loving and healing energies, okay? To communicate from a heart-centered place, and let your beloved know. Even if you are not in harmony in the 3D, then let them know telepathically by sending this energy out, this healing energy, okay? Because it is helping both of you find a way to love yourself completely and to stand in your ground and take leadership in this connection. So that is definitely wonderful news, even though there may not be actual movement in the 3D at this moment in terms of an upgrade in harmony or in harmony period within your connection. If it's that you are not in harmony in the physical, I do see that in the future there is an opportunity for that, and the advice is to come from a heart-centered place, communicate, learn to communicate better, and to do it again from a heart-centered place as the Queen of Cups and not Queen of Swords or Queen of Wands. Now we're going to ask for your guardian angels to come into this reading and to give us a message, a special message for you, the viewer watching this, on what they want you to know at this time when it comes to your connection. What does your guardian angel want you to know? What is their special message for you? Oh, that one popped out. Put that one on the side. We're going to get two more. Oh, here we go. We got two. Okay, so we have prayer, we have dreams, and we have inspiration. The first is an actual prayer, and it says, let me see if I can get it there on camera. Okay. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Then we have inspiration. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities into your life. So far, these are so on point. Thank you, guardian angels. Thank you, thank you. Dreams. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to you. All you ever wished for, even those which seemed a distant dream, are about to manifest. So again, not only are these ringing so true, but these are confirmation from your guardian angels to me and to you that these connective energies for the future are real. Here's the manifesting. Here's the healing that they're talking about. Here's the reciprocity, leaving these fears and negative energies and fighting behind, right? And this reciprocity, this balance of money to be able to manifest and fulfill whatever it is you want in the 3D. And this harmony from within and without, because you're choosing yourself and finding harmony, will be celebrated. You will have a reason to celebrate. And all you need to do is ask for help and guidance and trust your inner guidance when it comes in. Okay? Trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts. Okay? Your guardian angels will help you discover to apply your ideas and manifest new realities. Manifest new realities. And then you have these dreams. When we talked about if you are in disharmony on earth right now, then you are connecting in your dreams, in this astral traveling with your beloved. Your beloved is receiving your energies regardless. And this is your confirmation that they are. Those dreams that you're having about them, they're having them too. And they're not necessarily dreams. They are actual astral traveling. And you are being told to retain this purity, to continue focusing on your dreams. That to me is not just focusing on your aspirations in terms of dreams, but also focusing on the dreams, on what messages you're receiving. Okay, when you get up, write down so you don't forget, and then go back and think about it. What did I just learn? That what lesson did I just learn? What was communicated in my dream? You know, what happened? What was healed during this astral travel? Because it's about to manifest. Again, manifest. Come into celebration about it. Find the harmony. Find the balance. Find the healing. You are being divinely guided. You are being divinely guided. And dissolve your guilt, your past guilt, and your regret. Dissolve it. That everything is in divine order. Everything is in divine order. The Wheel of Fortune, the divine is here, moving this relationship forward. As long as you continue to follow your path. So that's where we are tonight. And I'm very happy to see that the future energies are showing a harmonic connection and balance and reciprocity. Thank you again for watching. I know that this was a little bit lengthy, but this is the first time doing it this way. And I wanted to make sure that everybody got all the messages that they needed. And again, I hope if you want some daily energy information, I will be posting that on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me there. For live readings, I will be posting on Facebook, so follow me there. And for other daily information in terms of the Twin Flame Path and guided channeled messages for the Twin Flames and for the collective, I do post those daily to Instagram and to Twitter. So there is different content on every one of my different channels, just so that whenever you're on Facebook, you can find something new to learn, or if you're on Twitter or Instagram, there's new information there for you, and guidance and channeled messages from your guardian angels and from spirit, as well as the ascended masters and the archangels, to help you find harmony within your life path, in your 3D, as well as your connection. So thank you again for watching. If you would like to book your personal reading with me, the information on all the links are in my bio. And I am wishing you all many, many blessings on your twin flame journey.